The Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association is again calling on the Ministry of Education to amend the legislation to allow for ages 2.5 years to be recognized as the legal age for education. President of TTUTA, Lum Kin, said students from 2.5 years, the majority of whom attend early childhood care and education centers, are not legally considered students.
We are looking for changes in the legislation, which the Ministry of Education has reported to us by the Attorney General at this point in time. But it's taken quite a while for that change in the legislation to include ECCE sector. Presently, the legislation calls for the age for legal education to be 5 years. And the change should include ECCE, which would be 2.5 years upward.
At a protest outside of the Ministry of Education's building in Port of Spain on Tuesday, Mr. Lum Kin also called on officials from the ministry to amend the terms and conditions for ECCE teachers. He said there are a lot of issues with the contracts. For example, teachers would have to reapply for positions they have held for years when their contracts end.
The contract as well. They have taken a generic contract from the public service and trying to utilize it in the teaching service, which has its own peculiarities and its own issues within that as well. And we are saying that they should have adjusted these contracts in order to be utilized within the teaching service.
TTT News reached out to Minister of Education Dr. Nian Gadsby-Dolly on the TTUTA issue. She clarified that ECCE teachers are contract workers not appointed by the Teaching Service Commission as primary and secondary teachers are. Therefore, their terms and conditions are different. She confirmed a meeting is scheduled with TTUTA officials tomorrow, Wednesday, and that it is to discuss fixing the period of vacation within the school holiday period. She said ECCE teachers were once allowed school holidays, though this was outside of their terms and conditions. However, some teachers started to also apply for vacation days during the school term. This matter reached the Industrial Court, which ruled that their terms and conditions should be honored.